Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to Level-Headed News. I'm your host, Brenda. I have a couple articles here for you about Dapl, the Dakota Access Pipeline protest. I'm going to have several episodes here for you today. I'm going to group these up together into different categories, so just stay tuned for more news as I get it put out here today. But this first article here is off of KFYRTV.com. Your news leader, it says campers say DAPL protest camp numbers remain around 1,000 despite the sub-zero temperatures. There is video in this. All these URLs are in the description of the video, so you can pull them up and check out the videos and the links and things in them, but I'll read you the article. It says, since the Army Corps of Engineers denied easement access pipeline to cross the Missouri River and the onset of sub-zero weather, there has been plenty of speculation that protesters would start leaving the protest camp in southern Morton County in large numbers. Tuesday, Governor Jack Dalrymple announced he met with Standing Rock Chairman Dave Archambault to discuss a path forward. One of the things discussed was the camp's population, which they estimated to be around 300 people. Those at the camp say that number is closer to 1,000. People at the Dakota Access protest camp are digging in. They say they aren't going anywhere. Nothing's changed for me. I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here to protest all I can, to help out as much as I can, and trying to make things right and keep things right, says Oscar Hayelk, a camper. Many have speculated that campers would be leaving after harsh winter conditions have set in, but many, if not all, of the larger structures still remain. Since the temperatures have dropped, reports of camp population has gone as low as about 300 people, but people here say that's not quite true. There was a Thanksgiving rush. Then there were the veterans that were here. But before that, this was about the numbers we had before all those people showed up, says Warren Pinkingham, a camper. Challenges remain for those who stay. Harsh temperatures below zero means everyday chores can become serious burdens, but those in the camp say they're committed. I quit my job, so I don't got nothing. This is my responsibility taking care of these people, says Pinkingham. They will stay until they are sure the pipeline issue is resolved, and they say they hope to know by the end of January. But if that's not the case, they are ready to stay for the long haul. Energy Transfer Partners has sued to force the Army Corps of Engineers, and the next deadline in that case is January the 31st, when the ETP is required to file the motion in federal court. The next article that I have for you is off of Bismarck Tribune, and it says North Dakota law enforcement officials completely and utterly abandoned by the federal government. In an episode yesterday, I read you a letter that the North Dakota law enforcement sent to the federal government requesting assistance, and here is another article about it. It says North Dakota law enforcement officials say they've been completely and utterly abandoned by the federal government in response to the Dakota Access Pipeline protests. On Friday, 12 officials wrote a letter to President Barack Obama describing inaction by the federal government during the protests. It was signed by sheriffs and police chiefs from across the state, including Morton County, Minot, Fargo, and Wahpeton. The federal government's response to the event in our community has been appalling, and it's abundantly clear they have no interest in helping the citizens of North Dakota, they wrote. Frankly, our federal leaders should be ashamed of their lack of response to dangerous crisis currently in progress on their own soil. Each day, this lack of response continues only serves to empower criminal protesters and support lawlessness in the name of radical political agendas. The letter also requests support by way of 100 U.S. Border Patrol agents and members of the U.S. Marshal Special Operations Group, where you can view that letter if you click on that link. I find it interesting how they leave out the part about how they have abused these peaceful protesters that are not armed, that are out there praying, and they're hosing them down in below freezing weather with water cannons to promote hypothermia or death. They're hitting them with lead-filled beanbags and with percussion grenades. And they blew one gal's arm off and blinded another one, and about took some guy's head off that was simply praying. They want the federal government to step in because they say that that the people of North Dakota are threatened. Threatened by what? What exactly is it? I'm not there seeing this, but I'd like some specifics on exactly what they think these peaceful protesters that are out there praying and trying to prevent their water from being poisoned. I don't quite understand, but okay. There's the news. See you in the next episode.